Hello, good morning. I am Chandrasekhar. I am going to give a demo on SQL. So before going to SQL, let us understand what is a database. Database is a systematic collection of data. Database contains multiple tables. Each table contains columns and rows of data. Here I have given an example of product table. In this product table, we have three columns: product ID, name, and list price. And each horizontal line is a row. We have 7 rows in this table. Okay. So what are the example applications we are using in our daily life? Computer applications or mobile applications? Ola, Uber, taxi booking applications, Flipkart, Amazon shopping applications, Swiggy, Zomato food booking applications. Any computer application or any mobile application will be using database in the backend. So if you take Swiggy, Zomato food booking application, in the Swiggy database, it contains restaurant information, one table, customers information can be another table, orders or bookings can be another table. Like that, in each database, there will be multiple tables. If you take Ola, Uber, taxi booking database, vehicles information table will be there, drivers information table will be there, customers or users information table will be there, and bookings table, bookings or orders information. Okay. What a database contains. Each database will contain multiple tables. Each table will contain number of columns, and there will be one primary key in each table. And also we will create relationships between the tables. So let us take an example of employee table. What are all the columns we store in employee table? Employee ID, employee name, surname, address, mobile number, attendance, leaves, salary. So can we store all the above columns in employee table or not? The answer is no. We cannot store all the columns in single table, one employee table. We will categorize the columns into fixed data columns and changing data columns. If you take employee ID, employee name, surname, father name, date of birth, they will never change. They are fixed data columns. Next, if you take address, mobile number, and email ID, they will keep on changing. They are changing data. But if you take an example of house address, do we change house address on a regular schedule every quarter or every month? No. Once in a few years, whenever we really need only, we will shift our house. Similarly, mobile number or SIM number. We don't change SIM number every quarter or every month. So these are called rarely changing data. So if you take attendance, leaves, salary, etc., they are frequently changing data. Attendance, they will capture every day, right? Every day you can be present or absent. So they are called frequently changing data. Take home salary also, every month take home salary will change based on your number of leaves and number of days worked. After categorizing the columns like this, fixed data and rarely changing data, we will store in one table called master table. You can call it as name it as employee table, employee master, or m_employee. Employee master, you can call it employee master. And frequently changing data, we will store in multiple transaction tables. We will there will be so many columns in the frequently changing data, and we will divide again these columns into multiple tables. Okay. What is a primary key? Primary key is a column or a group of columns that uniquely identify a specific row in a table. Suppose if we have 10,000 employees in a company, can we search for a particular employee Sekhar? No, because there will be many people, 3-4 people with the same name Sekhar. So employee name cannot be used as a primary key. So we should take some column which is unique to each employee, like employee ID. Employee ID can be used as a primary key. Okay. Next, what is the relationship between the tables? How do we identify relations? Means we will identify relations by identifying the dependencies. For example, can we have sales without customers? No. So sales is compulsorily dependent on customers. We must create a relation between sales and customers. Similarly, can we have sales without products? No. Sales is compulsorily dependent on products also. We must create a relationship between products and sales. Okay. Do we need any relation between customers and products? Is there any direct dependency between customers and products? No. Because we can have products without customers also. If customer comes and buys a product, buys 1 or 2 products, that purchase information will not go to customer table or product table. That purchase information will go to sales table. So there is no direct dependency between customers and products. Okay. This is the next diagram with added relationships. Let me open SQL server. So the left side window in the SQL server is called Object Explorer. At the high level, we will have databases. Under a database, we will have tables. Under each table, we will have columns. So if you see, customer ID is represented with the key symbol and labeled as a PK. So customer ID is the primary key column in the customer table. Okay. Similarly, in the sales table, sales order ID is the primary key in the sales table. It is labeled as PK and represented with the key symbol. Okay. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. SQL is a standard language for storing, accessing, and manipulating the data in databases. What do we do with SQL? We use SQL to create tables in the database. We use SQL to store data in the tables. Okay. We use SQL to read data from the tables. Okay. We have different types of data types and operators in SQL. In any database, we will store different types of data like numbers, decimal values, text data, date time values, etc. For each type of data, we have certain data types in SQL Server. And also we have different types of operators in SQL Server. Like arithmetic operators, relational operators, string operators, and logical operators. Arithmetic operators are used for arithmetic calculations. Relational operators are used for comparisons like less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to. Examples of arithmetic operators are plus, minus, star. Okay. And string operators are used for manipulating the text data, combining two text strings, etc. And logical operators are used for combining the multiple conditions in SQL queries using and or not. And or not are examples of logical operators. We have joins in SQL. Okay. We can join multiple tables and we can collect columns from multiple tables and generate the result as per our requirement. Okay. And we have appending or union in SQL. We can append data from multiple tables and write into a result table. And we have aggregations also in SQL. What is aggregation? Aggregation means we will divide the data rows into groups based on one or more columns and perform calculations for each group like a sum, average, minimum, maximum, etc. count. Okay. We have different types of built-in functions in SQL, like string functions, numeric functions, and datetime functions. String functions are used for manipulating the text data. Numeric functions are used for calculations using the numbers. Datetime functions are used for manipulating the date and time values. Okay. SQL can be used in any type of project. I have given two examples. First one is .NET Web Application, SSIS Data Warehouse and SQL Server Database. Second one is Java Web Application, Informatica Data Warehouse and Oracle Database. So whether it is SQL Server Database or Oracle Database or some other database, SQL is common in any database. Why should you learn SQL? Nowadays, there are so many job opportunities for SQL and Power BI combination, SQL and ETL testing combination, SQL and SSIS combination, SQL and Informatica combination, SQL and .NET C# combination, SQL and Java combination. Okay. Whatever the technology you choose, SQL is a compulsory prerequisite for any technology.
The first step towards achieving your dreams is having the right coach. Get the best education with Tech Learniversity and make your IT and stock market dreams come true. Download the app now.